Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is The Love and Odd. Today I'm going to do a comparison video of a recommendation of S.H.Figuarts Goku figures, of which Goku you should get, and my recommendation. So if this is your first video of mine of you're watching, then this is a right video for you, because I'm going to give you my honest opinion about both figures. By the way, both are not bad. They're not terrible figures, but they do have some better updates and some better things for the figure. For each figures, they have a lot of things. So let's start off with the original one. So this is the S.H.Figuarts Son Goku, a saint raised on Earth. Yeah, that's what. Okay, make sure. So with this one, I think this one came out. I don't know when this came out, but 2023. I don't know. But this is my first S.H.Figuarts figure, and I was amazed. I was happy. I was very blown away about how impressive this figure was, because when I bought S.H.Figuarts, I thought there would be some bootleg brand, some brand that I'm gonna really not be a fan of. And now, to this day, we still do reviews of those figures. So I'm pretty much excited to do a comparison of each figures, because look at the figures. The figures themselves, they look very good in the packaging. The box themselves, they look pretty good. And I like the way that they look. So we have a lot of things to say, so let's just get off the way that they look. The way that they look, the box, the packaging. With original S.H.Figuarts, when I look at the old pictures from 2009 to, I don't know, whenever they stopped the colorful packaging, they used to have the most colorful comic book packaging ever that would really pop on the shelf. If you see, even with an old Revoltech, they used to have like a lot of good packaging, but with this, looks pretty nice. Not nice. It looks fine. It's not the worst thing ever, but man, I wish they could go back what they used to have. Even I'm a new person of this new figure, of this whole figure brand, when I got this figure the first time. Did that make sense? It sounded like I just messed up my words. What I meant to say was, when I first got this figure, I was impressed. I was surprised. They used to have very good looking packaging, and this is my first box. So when I look at the other box, yeah, the old boxes look way better, but man, it looks pretty good. Not bad. Just yellow. If you look closely, they messed up right here with this printing of the faceplate of his eyes. It looks like Kermit the Frog eyes right here if you look closely. But with this one, my eyes are perfectly fine how they supposed to look. So, looks pretty good. Looks nothing much really going on here. Just pretty basic. And then for the Dragon Ball Daima, pretty good. This one has less accessories. Well, we will talk about that until we go in the accessories part. I love the way that they did the letterings. With this one, they did just white. Sometimes they do it silver, white, gold, anything. But this one, they did a nice purple. Man, it looks beautiful. Or unless it's a pink, I don't know. Looks purple to me. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. Unless I'm colorblind, then shit. But it looks pretty good. So let's start off the way that they look and get them out of the box, so I could give you my recommendation, because we're just here talking about the box all willy-nilly. So I have a lot of things to say for both of these figures. Goods, bads, a lot. So when you take your figures out the box, let's put them to the side. Because you get instructions with the original one. So with the original one, you have it as a paper. Hello, look, you can see, hello. You have it as a paper. So this is how they used to do it, just paper. And now the way they do instructions, now they do it on the folding, like on the folds. I don't know why. I wish they did paper instead, but not bad, I guess. Then with this one, it has a little paper thing that keeps moving around. While on this one, doesn't really have nothing inside, except that's just the whole box. But it looks pretty fine for what it is. But that's what I had to let you know and tell you. So let's continue. So there's a lot to talk about. You see here both Gokus that are pretty fun to move around, but I have a lot of things to say. And maybe you're going to be surprised on what I'm going to say of which one's figure. Which figure is better. You see here, I'm messing up my words. I apologize. But let's talk about these figures. So, this figure with the this is the 2.0 body. This one is the 3.0 body. With the 2.0 body, it was fine the way it is. I mean, look at the accessories. You have 1, you have 2, you have 3, and then the way that they did, when you put your figures, don't put them in a pose. Don't put them in a pose. Just leave him with a fist, or if they have some accessories, leave him with the gripping hand. You know, I'll be fine with those two. But yeah, so you have one little instant transmission hand. You go, okay, we got 1, 2, and 3, and then technically 4 with the fist hands. Then technically 6 with this hand right here. While this one, you only get off just 4 hands. But let's save that for later, right? You don't want to be judgy about the accessories, because, man, I was impressed. Well, with both of these figures, I'm impressed. But, yeah, I have a lot of things to say, but we're talking about this one. The way that they did the face plates also looked fine the way that they did. Like, this whole figure, when you just take it out, looks pretty good. When you look at it, it looks fine, but then you look at the shininess. I do not like that shininess. It looks too plastic. Just, I'm gonna say plastic-y, but that's not a word. It just looks too shiny. You could just see it, just the shiny. I don't know if I messed up my Goku here, because it looks like it, but then it looks like it's supposed to be. I don't know. I don't remember how it looked when I got it, but it was nice, beautiful. And then there's this part, kind of looks like a Sharpie stain, but the figure, how he looks pretty good. I love the way that they did the bagginess. But then, of course, when you move him around, there's a lot of things we got to say. So we're going to pay attention to articulations later. Save that. But yeah. And we're not going to switch out the accessories. We're not going to do that. But we will do comparisons of their faceplates and things that we have to talk about. And then put that to the side. While this Goku, my goodness, I did not want to get this Goku when it first released. So I was, but I didn't want to. But when I first saw this picture of the Goku, I thought it looked pretty good. I thought it looked fine the way it looked. Some people didn't like the way he looked. Me, on the other hand, I had different opinions about this Goku. The 3.0, I think the 3.0 and the 2.0 both look great. But man, the way that they bring out his cartoony look in Daima, really, it really, it's just wonderful. All right, I can't figure words to say, but with both of these figures, it's such an upgrade of what they've done here, of how they made their figures, of how they articulated. I mean, my goodness. So let's just start off with the faceplates before we continue. I just want to let you know that both figures look pretty great. So let's put them to the side. So let's just take off the faceplates and look at the serious faceplates. So both faceplates, you get a serious faceplate. I mean, all faceplates in this are serious, but you get more of a mean, serious look. And both, they look like Goku, but when you just take it out of the package, man, you see how big his head is? Do you see how big his head is? He looks so small like this, and his head looks so big. But man, the way that they did the figure, like for both faceplate, it looks pretty good. There's no sideburns on him, but there's sideburns on this one. They painted the ears, which I like, and they did not paint the ears in this one. The mouth looks, as itself, it looks pretty good. I like the way it looks right here. But then this one, just there's more stuff going on. Man, I just love the way that they look. They both look fantastic. Like I said, I'm not going to switch them out. If you want to look at the review, then go check out their own single review. This is just a comparison video of which Goku you should get. So, let's continue on. But man, I love it. It's just... And then this, Screaming Head. Of course, both look pretty good. They look fine. Look at this. That's Goku. Yes, we know it. But that's also Goku. They just look so accurate to the source material of the figures they're just making of. Yes. So, just night and day, it's so insane that the face, the animation that they changed up on the characters, they look so different. the way his mouth is painted looks way better than what they did here. Like, you look close, you could see it. You could see it. It just kind of blends in with the red and with the pink. But with this one, you could see that pink and a little bit kind of pinkish, reddish color background. But man, it looks pretty good. Look up, looks a bit weird. But man, well, no, it just looks like his gums. Who gives a shit? Anyways, so they look pretty good. I love the way that they look. And then with this one, when you just realize they kind of just have the similar things, but he kind of has more stuff. We'll get to it. So this one, angry side eye that my face print did not get messed up on, pretty cool. And then this one, an angry side eye, both looks pretty good. He kind of looks like all of the original faceplates, they look like an original Robot Chicken parody. It looks like, because you know, if you watch Robot Chicken, you know how they have their mouth sometimes. Anytime the character talks, they always have that stop motion mouth. Yeah, that's how it looks like. While this one, it looks like it's supposed to be there with the character. He looks very animated, very cartoony. I love that. I love the way he looks. And then, of course, with both of the... Oh. There we go. Takes a while for me to put some of these accessories back. And then with this one, this 3.0, he comes... I'm pretty sure you come with other Gokus of the 2.0 versions of different hair pieces. But this one has a hair piece in a gi piece. In one of my videos, I accidentally said ki because I was meant to say something else. But somebody recorrected me, so thank you to that one person for recorrecting me. It's gi, not ki. Well, yeah, no, because I said ki or I mispronounced something in the show. My mistake is what I'm trying to say. But thank you for that person for letting me know, because I said it's a skirt, but no, it's a gi. It's a gi. But anyways, so the hair, it looks pretty good when you think about it. It just kind of looks like Vegeta's hair. So even with Vegeta's windswept hair, it just looks like his normal hair, just slight to the left. But this one looks pretty good. You have little holes right here. You have, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you have 7 holes right there, and that's not bad. So for each of those little face plates, they're gonna put the face right here, and then the hairpiece goes around with these 3 little holes up top. So not bad. Oh, wait, there we go. Not bad. And then for the gi, there we go. It's this rubber plastic. It feels very soft, very plastic, but doesn't feel cheap. Feels pretty good. And you could swap this if you want to, which you could see the review. I'm not going to do it here. So you could swap this and then have his windswept action mode. So pretty cool. With the other Goku, you always get the same pair of hands. People will sometimes complain. I get it, but for me, since this is my second Goku figure, the 3.0 is my second Goku figure, I'm perfectly fine with that. But yeah, I feel like... So, can you tell which one's the 3.0, which one's the original one? This one's the 2.0, this one's the 3.0. Look how... Oh my... I just dropped both of them. I was trying to look closely. Look how skinny this finger looks then compared to this one. Wow. I don't... Like, am I the only one who's just seeing this? Because it feels like with his hands in this one, in Daima, it feels like with his hands in this figure, it feels like it's bigger. It feels like his hands are just more bigger. And then this is the only hands that's kind of looks like his. So this one's the 2.0. This one's the 3.0. You can tell by the colors. Oh, crap. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Not bad. But this one has more of a matte paint. This one's just more shiny paint. Like, man, I love that matte finish. It's wonderful. Every figure needs to have a matte finish, not look all shiny. But yes, they're toys. We get it. But anyways, so now done with the accessories. We're not going to look at the other hands because there's no other hands to do comparison of. So we're just going to look at these. So With this Goku, I was not going to get it because I was perfectly fine with this. But then I saw some of the upgrades and the updates that they did, and I was like, man, I love the way that they did it. I wish that they did it. They did the shoulders, the sleeves. They changed it on the Dragon Ball GT Kid Goku, but they never did it for any other Goku afterwards until now, which blows my mind. This one has been around for long time, even before since I've ever bought these figures. They've been around for a long time. So, yeah, this is going to be a lot of comparisons. Let's get into it. So, let's take off the faceplate of Goku's. I have to say Goku's because, well, two Gokus, I was going to say Goku, but yeah, whatever, you know what I mean. So, both, let's actually look at the head. So, both little sticks, little pieces, not even a stick. This one is just on a, there we go, on a little ball peg, right? Wait, which ones are ball pegs? Whatever. There's too many pegs of different paws to remember. So this one is, I know this one. This is the hinge down. This one, you could just turn it around and give him different, like, possibility with the neck. But with this one, it's a perfect ball peg. I mean, look at that. That just looks beautiful. Looks wonderful. And then if you want to do some swapping, I was very much surprised, but take the Daima head. It fits him. Surprisingly, kind of looks like Goku in the original series, but it looks so weird because his head is so big, but that's how it kind of was in the show. While over here, Daima, yeah. So far away, if you look far away, you can't tell the difference the way that they look. But man, look at the heights. My goodness. But with this Goku and this other Goku, you look closely at the necks, you could tell their skin tone. You could tell a bit, but then when you look closely, like into the light, now it looks like it's kind of blending in. Now I'm thinking about it when you look into light, but looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. But I am not gonna do it like that. I like the way that the faces look, and I like my figures the way it's supposed to be. So let's take a look at the faces. Now, I have a lot of things to say. Even I said it on my review. Let's take a look at this, and then we're gonna say a lot about the other one. So with this faceplate, looks pretty good. Very happy Goku. Feels nice. His hair feels more, still a bit rubbery, but not too rubbery. More hard plastic. This one also feels more hard than rubbery plastic. I don't know. Feels like a difference. Even the hair looks completely different. This one looks more smoother. This one looks like it has more little, I don't know, something about it. Like, see how they got little lines around here? Now I notice they have little lines around here to show more hair. And then over here, just more flat and just really nothing much. So it's kind of crazy. I did not notice that until now. So, come on, that's a little detail right here. So that's pretty good. But, man, this looks like a nice classic Goku. Actually, this kind of looks like just a representation of a toy of Goku. You get what I mean? Because this is already a toy, but it looks like a toy that would be like, hey, this is what Goku looks like. And they get some of the things wrong, like with the shoulder pads, you know. I hope someone who's watching this video, I hope they understand what I'm trying to say. But with this 3.0, it feels like it's actually is Goku. It doesn't feel like a toy Goku. It feels like the actual real Goku. But with my face print, I like the way it looks. When you look at this, I'm like, damn, that looks pretty good. The way he looks very cartoony. But when mine came in the mail, man, he looked messed up. And I'm so disappointed and upset. But it is what it is. I just switched him out with the other faceplates because I like those way more. But either way, yeah, a bit disappointed on how his faceplate looks. But man, still looks pretty good. So do a little comparison, a little height comparison. I don't know. It feels like they're taller, but that's just because of their hair. I mean, even the hair looks different. Like this one's sticking up, and then these are also sticking up. But this one, hold on. Yeah, yeah. Do y'all see the difference between the hair? Because the way that they look completely different. Like it looks like Goku's hair, but like you see the difference. You see how this has a little front part, this doesn't have a little front part. Just so yeah, this has more little hairs around here than what this one has. I mean, still a little big and spiky, but there's not a lot of spike on the 3.0 than what they had on the original one. So ooh, I like how they had a little extra details. Well, oh. I don't remember if they had that in Daima, but I'm also rewatching Daima, trying to give it another chance because in both of my Goku and Vegeta reviews, I didn't like it, but I'm trying to rewatch it, get into it again. But that's the point. Point is, now colors. Let's talk about this. The colors, the way that they look, the paint jobs looks pretty good until you do a big side by side. Some people don't like this orange. I like the orange. I like the color of the way he looks. I love it. I love the cartooniness. I love the proportions. I know his arms are supposed to be a bit more bigger. We get it. We all know. We all like the athletic big Goku. He's still athletic, but he just has like more of a he has more of a skinnier arm in this series. Half of the characters look a bit skinny, even Vegeta. But yeah, he looks pretty good. I love the way he looks. More of a rubber plastic around here. Also plastic. Also plastic. Rubber, or not plastic. Rubbery is what I meant to say. My bad. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. So, and the way that they look, I was a bit worried because I was like, man, maybe what if he doesn't get a lot of articulations? Plastic, very nice, feels pretty good. But man, the way he moves feels so good and so satisfying. The way this one moves, he feels pretty good, but when he feels a bit like stiff right here, because when I used to move him, I'm like, all right, he moves pretty smooth around everything else. But when you start moving him right here, you hear that? Oh, I just don't like it. Just I don't know. I thought something happened, but no, it just does that. It just does that. And then for this one, anytime he does a kick, here's some little squeaky, but it just moves better. It just moves more smoother. Cause look at that. No. Well, you see a little cut right here, but it still looks so smooth and nice. But we're gonna talk about that. Just everything about these two figures, they have their own personality. They look good. They look wonderful. They feel good. I love the way that they look. But man, it's just man, they just feel so different. I mean, of course, because this one is a 1987 style. This one's the 1987. This one is the when did Daima come out? Was it 2024, 2025? When was it? I don't remember. But they just look so beautiful. But man, let's talk about articulations because that's what we want to talk about. So side to side, it looks pretty good. Up and down looks fine, pretty good. When you move him around the neck, it helps out even more. But we're talking about the head part. With him, since he has the little ball hinge, the little side to side, you gotta move it yourself. And oh wait, so you gotta move it yourself. So now, so you could look down, and then if you want him to look side to side, put it down, put it right there. All right, and there you go. You do a little side to side. There we go. So not bad, but they should have just done with this part. They should have just used this little mechanism instead of what they just did in here. But the way that they did for the time, it's fine. But this, man, we still have a lot of things to go. So let's talk about that. Neck-wise, let's see. Not a lot moving onto the neck. You can move it, but not a lot going on around the neck. So, okay. And then for Daima Goku, yeah, he moves pretty well. Like, see how he can move a little bit side to side, but that deep cut right there, that looks pretty good. Him just moving his neck down, up and down like that, looks very good. So you could get a lot of better articulation for what you want to do. When you want him like have a little fight, fighting someone, it's gonna do a little pose, but you could just imagine, you know. And then arms. Let's talk about the arms because I have a lot of things to say. So a perfect T pose, Daima Goku can't do. He can do that. Z Goku, he can't do that. It looks weird. You gotta really move the like shoulder pads, but it's just not. It's not that good. It's really not that good. So this beautiful. This should have never even happened. I've always had a distasteful when I've seen the way that they look with the shoulder pads. It looks very weird. But these are so perfect and clean, you can't see nothing. And then, of course, swivel. Of course, double jointed. And then over here, you could pick up his arms. Of course, there's some weird little mechanism in here before. I don't know if you guys could see, but there's like a little ball in here. So it's connected to a ball. You connect, well, the arm itself is connected inside of a ball that's inside of a little hole where it moves. I hope I'm explaining that right. I feel like I'm explaining that very, very bad. But, oh, also his arm could fall down, but you could put that back on. So, oh. Hold on. This takes a while to fix a single arm for a toy. There we go. So anyways, like I was talking about that mechanism. So when you bring their arms forward, and again, Jesus freaking Christ. There we go. My bad. So when you bring their arms forward, you get a lot, and I mean a lot in there. But over here, also drop down. Over here, better drop downs in my opinion over here. Then double jointed. Also double jointed. And then swivel. And another swivel. Oh. Another swivel right there. So that's fine. But with this one, you could do it a little bit, but it doesn't connect. This connects. This does not. So that's better. And it moves very, very well than what they were providing with the 2.0. Now, side to side, rotate, kick, single jointed, splits. You could also move right here, the boots up top, and then ball. So you get way more better range with the way they made the ball joint inside the shoe. I like the way, I mean in the boot, but, and of course, toe articulations. So, now let's take a look, because that's what we just had a look with Goku, with this other Goku, the Z Goku. He has a joint right here. This one, it's more rubbery, so it's hidden, so you really can't see it. But man, you also can move a bit. Wow, this one, Not a lot. I've seen people get better articulations because they take the thing out. Where I've seen somewhere someone said it where you could take this out, turn it on, switch it, and then you get more better range than what you get. Still looks pretty good though. But with this one, you get a range, of course. Can't really turn. You could barely do the splits, which is not that much. Double jointed, but it looks very weird. No boot hinge, no little nothing. On a little ball peg and a little. And of course, single jointed. So it's fine. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not the worst figure ever. Because with both of these Gokus, I'm going to be honest. That's what I'm here for. Give you my honest opinion. And I like to give you my honest opinion about these things. So, both of them look like completely different characters. Same Goku. Very wonderful. They look good. One looks a bit muscular. The other one doesn't. I mean, just look at the arms. My goodness. Look at that. Wow. I mean, that's how accurate. It's accurate to the show. I mean, I'm not bad at that. I'm not mad at the accuracy. But man, it's just, they both look good. They both feel good. But the 3.0, I was gonna say 3PO from Star Wars. I was honestly gonna accidentally say 3.0. But what I meant to say was, now I meant to, whatever. What I'm trying to say, the 3.0, good golly, Lord have mercy, I'm gonna say it, the 3.0 is the better one. The articulation is better. The way that they like switch out the whole thing of this figure looks way more better, feels way more better, feels good, looks good. Everything about this looks way more better than what you get here. Because with this Goku, it was fine. I was happy the way it was. It's an 8.5. It's still an 8.5. Gave both of these 8.5s. But this one is so much better. So much freaking better than what you get with this one. You also have less accessories, but you also get more things to switch him out so you could have him in different poses. So, and I've always said this before in some of my old videos. If you don't have that much accessories, that's fine. But as long as the figure is so good that you don't need that much accessories, you'll be fine. And with this Dragon Ball Daima Goku is way more better. Now, if we're talking about show-wise, Dragon Ball Z is a way better show. But we're talking about figure-wise, this doesn't even look like a toy. I mean, it is a toy, but it looks so much high quality than what is here. I wish that they could have shadings like what they had on the original old toys of the S.H.Figuarts a long time ago in the early 2000s and early 2010s, but they don't do that anymore. So, the way that they look here, they look fine. But man, the Dragon Ball Daima, he looks 10 times better. If you're not a fan of Daima, that's fine. I don't go crazy, but I like Goku as a character. And Goku as a character is brought to life in this figure. The way he looks, the way he moves, the way he feels. And no stupid freaking butt articulations, really. What was this? This always bothered me. But with this, you don't have to deal with that. Because you could just move him around and have a way better articulations with this. But with this one, feels weird. But man, not the worst Goku. If you still want to get this, sure. But with this one, man, he feels new. Everything, like, there's same things in every Goku, but just slightly different. That's how I gotta say. This one, you get some same things, but you also get different new things with the figure, if you get what I'm trying to say. Like, figure-wise, you get a lot of new things, but accessory-wise, you get some old things. I don't know if they used the gi piece before, or the hair piece before, maybe. I don't know, but it still feels pretty good. It's about figures. It's about the figures, not the accessories. But thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That's my honest opinion. Dragon Ball Daima wins this review. He's the 3.0 is better, and I recommend getting it. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this video. I hope y'all guys have a wonderful day, a wonderful morning, a wonderful afternoon, or wherever you are, a wonderful night in this big crazy world. Hope you have a wonderful day wherever you are. Hope y'all guys take care of yourself, and I'll see y'all guys another time. Goodbye.